gave the tethers a nervous breakdown. They're having a nervous breakdown. Boy, we just gave the tethers a nervous breakdown. Boy, they feeling a certain way about the reparations rally that we got coming up. We got to discuss that. We got to discuss the reparations rally. A lot of tethers are upset about it. Interesting. Why are the tethers so upset about the reparations rally? We got to get into this. The tethers are very upset about the upcoming reparations rally. They've been speaking down on it. Let's break some stuff down. So as we know, we were planning a reparations rally for the weekend of October 15th. We were getting a lot of runarounds. And then suddenly there was somebody else who popped up and they had a reparations rally scheduled the same weekend. And a lot of people were questioning what was going on with that. Now, the Rashad brother, and again, I don't know that brother. He sent out a tweet early. I think it was early this morning, kind of a little bit hostile. Like, hey, how come we ain't working together? Why are we trying to undermine his rally? I'm like, what? The brother's like, why are we trying to undermine his rally? Really? How are we trying to undermine your rally? And we've been planning this for months. We've been planning this. We've been planning the rally for months. And everybody knew the weekend we were doing it on. So how are we trying to undermine his rally? Because what we're doing now, we got on top of everything and we rescheduled for November 5th. We're getting everything in order for November 5th. So now the tethers are very upset about that. They were very celebratory when they found out that this new guy was basically doing the rally on the same date that we planned. All the tethers were really celebrating. All of the Democratic shields, they were like, yeah, aha, nigga. They were on that type of thing. I'm like, was this orchestrated? What was this about? They were very celebratory. They were making Twitter spaces, high-fiving each other. I'm like, what the hell is that about? Coming up with bad faith arguments, lying, talking about we didn't properly send the right paperwork. I told people about giving receipts to some tethers, because if your argument is in bad faith, no matter how many receipts you bring, the goalpost is always going to be moved. We posted receipts showing that we were corresponding, and I did it reluctantly. I already knew if I post receipts, they're just going to move the goalpost, and come up with another tether bad faith argument. So now they're like, well, you sent it to the wrong email, whatever. They're going to keep moving the goalposts. Again, I'm not going to post all the emails we sent. We sent dozens and dozens of emails, and we were corresponding with different people. So we were in correspondence with some people, and we were still getting a lot of runaround. So that's neither here nor there. The bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, we are on the right track because we got some of the right people involved, some thorough people involved who specializes, because they saw the dilemma we were in, and they were like, hey, wait a minute, no, Tariq, we got you. We work for a company. All we do is specialize in expediting permits. So yeah, we got you, brother. So we got some heavyweights involved, and things are moving along fine for the 5th. All right. So it looks like it's going to go down on the 5th. I don't want to hear nobody crying foul now as if we undermined anybody. We've been planning a rally. In fact, we had to move our joint back. So we don't owe nobody any explanation. There's a real weird energy out here. Who are these people? What is this all about? Who are these people? Let's get some of the family to chime in. We got a lot of folks in here. Chime in. Let's get the family to hop on here. What's up, Nordos? I see you down there, dear. All right, let's get Mr. Feeling Free. Let's get Mr. Feeling Free in here. All right. Hop on. And what's up, brother? How are you? You're very low. Well, let me turn my phone up. How are you, bro?
Let me take my headphones off. Hey, yo, right. You might not remember me, but we used to speak back in the days when you did the Mac Lessons Radio.
Okay.
I used to fuck with you heavy, but like, I don't know, kid. Ever since my kata, you know what I'm saying? My AK go akata, that's me, you know? You call me a Somali. I ain't no Somali, nigga.
Oh, so you were the dude talking about shooting
I was. It was
katas and
taken
all
out
that,
of
right?
context, brother. It was all jokes. It was taken out of context. I didn't say that. Why you made it seem like I'm a
Oh,
Somali trying to shoot niggas and shit?
okay, I didn't know what you were. We just thought, okay, this is a
You
tether
should
talking
have
about.
found out. You should have found out before you run your mouth, bro. Like you tarnishing my name, bro. You making it seem like I'm a Somali killer.
Well, damn, if I'm running my mouth, that's because you running your feet to flee to get over here. Now, what part of Nigeria you
You
from?
don't, what's my lineage? If you know so much about me,
Well, you're a tether. I know that. What part of
how you know that? How you know that?
because I can hear the injera and jollof in your voice. Now, what part of Africa you from,
Nigga.
brother?
That's that griot, nigga, and Haitian rice. Why you scamming Haiti with your
There you go.
grandmother,
There
man?
you
Why you
go.
scamming?
I
Why you
don't even
scamming
think
with
you
your?
from
Why
Haiti.
you scamming my peoples, nigga? Hey, yo, you used
Boy,
to rock with Haitians though. What happened? What happened to you, kid? You used to be the man,
I,
homie.
I
You
still
used to
rock
be
with
the
Haitians.
man, homie.
You used to rock with Haitians until you fled. Why did you flee and not build up
I
Haiti,
never
sir?
fled. I never fled.
Yes, you did. You're not in Haiti right now.
I wasn't born in Haiti.
All right, then. So your mama and them fled. So damn, you come from a lineage of fleers, sir. What's wrong? What's wrong with
Shout out
that?
to Papa Doc. Shout out to Papa Doc, my nigga. He killed most of my
Mm-hmm.
family.
Uh-huh. Well, damn it, man. You should have stayed there and made it better because it's
So
turmoil over there right
why
now.
you went to Haiti and made that?
You're still in turmoil over there right now. And you're about to ask, why did I make a movie about Haiti? Because I got my money and I thought the history of Haiti was good and it would give tethers like you some hope to stay and flee, to
What
stay
weighs
and
more?
fight
What
instead of.
weighs more? The
So no. Hush that mouth of yours and you're gonna listen. I made the movie so it would give tethers like you hope to go ahead and build your homeland instead of flee because it's a great history there. You dig?
So what weighs more, the money or the history?
It
Because
was,
for me, it looked like the money way more.
but you know what? The money that I put in it weighed more because your ass didn't put no money in about your own history, and nobody else did. Why did a non?
I bootlegged your shit.
You did, because that's all you can do is steal because of your thieving mentality. Steal and flee.
Yo, let's not talk
You
about
can steal and flee, my nigga. You are a stealer and a fleer, and you cannot say anything about Foundation of Black America.
Marcus.
That
Marcus.
doesn't bother me, Umbutu. What you need to do is get over there and fix your lineage, fix your homeland. It is turmoil over there. You're over here very comfortable because of foundational Black Americans, my dude.
I got deported. I got deported. What are you talking about?
You didn't get deported, nigga. You fled. You did not get deported.
I got deported. I got deported from
No,
America.
you didn't. Your ass is sitting right up in
I,
Cleveland.
you know so much
Okay, you're
about me.
sitting up in Cleveland somewhere with jealousy and anger against foundational Black Americans, sir. So what are you going to do about that anger and jealousy? Are you going to?
Nigga, I'm in Paris drinking Heineken,
Oh,
laughing
okay.
at
Oh,
your.
no, you're not, nigga. No, you're not. You were in Cleveland drinking a Capri Sun, about to deliver a Postmates order. All right. So let me get some more people on here because we have a lot of time wasting tethers who like to waste time because they ain't got nothing going on. Let me see. And also, look, why do non Haitian people have to invest in movies about your history? How come you couldn't do that? What does that say about you, sir? All right. Let's see who we got in here. Okay. Let's get, I don't know your name, Diosa. Let's get Diosa in here. Let's get Diosa in here. Diosa, hop on. Diosa,
Hey Tariq, can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing so good. How are you doing?
I'm good. What's on your mind, dear?
Hey, so I just had maybe like two questions for you.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, so my first question was, how do you feel about FBAs linking up with white supremacists um, in order to come go against immigrants, including black immigrants? How do you feel about that?
Well, we really don't do that. What's interesting, too many immigrants come over and they align with the damn white supremacists. Look at the Candace Owens, who's proud of her Caribbean background, and she's all in bed with the white supremacists. Omarosa, who comes from a non-FBA background, she was all up in the White House with the white supremacists. When you look at the people who marry those guys in the alt-right and some of the Proud Boys, who are white supremacist groups, most of their black wives are non-FBA. They're the main ones who link up with white supremacists. And I'm talking about lay up with them and they have kids with known white supremacists. So that's a major projection. We don't do stuff like that in large numbers. You don't see foundational Black Americans kicking it and aligning themselves with white supremacists at all. Where do you see foundational Black Americans doing that in large, significant numbers?
Okay, that was a great answer. Thank you so much. I mean, I agree with what you're saying, but I'm saying though, do you think that it's going to be an issue in the future when it comes to working against illegal immigration?
How so? Because
Like, is that hate
us
going to
not
turn
hold
onto
on, wait.
FBA?
Because see, no, we already deal with the hate. Us not supporting immigration doesn't mean we're against immigrants. We want you to do well in your homeland. It's not our obligation to sit here and squander what little resources we have for other groups. That's not our problem. We have our own issues that we have to deal with. You understand? So we're not obligated to be proactive in helping all of these other people because we've helped them enough. You understand?
I definitely do understand. Okay, and can I ask you one more
Yes,
question?
ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much for your kindness. So, my last question is, if one of my parents is an FBA and my other parent is not an FBA, would I qualify as an FBA and for reparations?
Yeah, actually, yes, because it's lineage based. If reparations is lineage based, which is what we're fighting for, you would qualify. Now, the problem is if a person has dual allegiances to lineages, oftentimes they will do something to undermine one part of the lineage because a lot of people have what we call an anchor baby mentality. They come over here and they reluctantly have to get with the foundation of Black American in order to get citizenship, but they still have contempt for the lineage. But we are looked at as a come up. So you will have a baby by a foundation of Black American, but then you will raise this person to have contempt for all of us. And then that person tries to be a spokesperson for foundational Black Americans, and we see things go awry. So that would be an issue of you trying to be a spokesperson for us. And if you don't have a track record of doing things for the FBA community, we would have to look with some sort of skepticism. But anyway, but thank you so much, dear. Let me get some more people here. All right. All right. Let's see. We got a lot of folks in here. A lot of folks in here. All right. Yeah, a lot of folks are coming from some of these old, a lot of folks in here now. A lot of folks coming from these Twitter spaces. So we got this visual artist. You were in one of the troll spaces earlier. You were over there with Dr. Kabas and all of the anti-FBA tethers. And you're Nigerian yourself, right?
Yes, sir.
Visual?
Yes, sir.
There you go. So what questions do you have, sir?
Tariq, you remember that question I asked you about the reparations for my children, my black American wife?
Right, right.
Can you clarify to the room that that was not a troll question? I've been getting yelled at. I've been getting accosted just because I asked you a simple question. I mean, I've been added to a tethers list. I've been added to so many things. So can you clarify that was not a troll question, but an actual serious question?
Yes, yes. Great question. And like I told the lady earlier, if you have an FBA lineage, if somebody is an FBA and y'all have children, the children is of that lineage. So it's pretty simple. Okay, let me get some more people. Yeah, the other space that we were in, that was a troll space. Where it was a bunch of whining tethers who were upset and lying because they can't do anything about us acknowledging our lineage. So they get frustrated. And when tethers get frustrated because they can't do anything, see, they're powerless to stop us from acknowledging our lineage. So the only thing they can do is just sit up and lie online and troll and whine and sit there crying. They were in the room. I had thousands of, not thousands, about a few hundred in there, just in there crying their hearts out to me. Crying to me don't mean nothing. You are not changing our lineage. Our lineage is our lineage, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get Black Alpha in here real quick. Black Alpha, hop on, brother. Black Alpha, hop on, sir. Yes, indeed. What's going on?
rally coming up, the real one that you're having. This is the only one I see that is genuinely sponsored by the black grassroots, because I'm seeing all these other, rallies coming out. I'm seeing these $5 FBAs, these $2 tellers, these $3 trolls. Everybody seems to be upset because they see that we're getting closer to reparations. They're getting closer to the bag and they can't stand it. I heard that space earlier and I heard a whole lot of nonsense. And I heard people speaking on our reparations with accents, which makes no sense at all. None at all. You feel me, brother? So I'm looking forward to the real one. I will be there. I cannot wait, family, because it's real, genuine black grassroots. I see these other people are basically inviting folks to the cookout. So when Sheila Jackson Lee and these people are coming to the cookout, that ain't no real black grassroots. So I salute you, family, and I cannot wait, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Black Alpha Network. Thank you so much. Is this Brother Rashad? Let's get Brother Rashad in here. Brother Rashad, hop on, sir, because there was a very interesting tweet you put up earlier. Very interesting tweet. This is Brother Rashad, who's having the reparations rally on the 16th of this month, which is next week, actually, which is not this weekend, but next weekend. Brother Rashad, hop on, sir.
Brother Tariq, can you hear me, family?
Brother, hello?
Hey, brother, can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's going on, Brother Rashad?
Brother, you got to call me. You got to call me, brother, because it's a lot of confusion out here right now. Now, everyone knows, addressing that last brother I just said, Tariq, did I not clearly say Sheila Jackson or Booker, or we don't have to have him at all? I said that, right?
Yeah, there were some things you said. Yeah, but go ahead, brother.
But brother, when you made a YouTube clip last night, brother, and I don't understand this, Tariq, because I support you, family. There's nothing wrong with another brother. You like, I really wanted us to work together. You understand what I'm saying? And it's real tough that, and to the point where I say, well, who do y'all want to have? Nobody even told me nothing. Oh, you unqualified. I'm trying to cater to the grassroots in that moment. I'm saying, what's up, family? Who do y'all think we should have? Tariq, who do you think we should have? Naheem, who do you think we should have? Since y'all seem to be the forefront of the reparation in the grassroots. So I'm trying to understand, family, why are we having a beef? Help me out.
There is no beef, brother. The thing is, we had a reparations rally planned on a very specific date, and then all of a sudden, the same weekend, something else pops up just out the blue, and people have questions about it. And now what we've done, we have to push our stuff back. We have to push it back to November 5th. There is no beef. There is no beef at all. If you want to have your thing there, cool. But we have something that we've been planning that's going to continue on track. We're just pushing it to November 5th.
Well,
no beef at all, brother.
I appreciate you saying that, brother. I appreciate you saying that. I just want to make sure I'm clear on the Sheila Jackson and book. And it's very petty that some people like to nitpick in a conversation and literally not even understand that, man, we're about to have a reparations march in D.C. Maybe even two of them. Brother Tariq gonna do it. Brother, I want you to understand something. Here's something. I didn't know nothing about what y'all do. I don't follow your YouTube, no disrespect. I follow you on Instagram. I'm always reposting you on Instagram. I reposted you in Revolt last week. So it's crazy to have like a bunch of people with FBA, and I'm like, my nigga, we on the same team. Like, you might call yourself a different whatever, but man, we are the original Black Americans, whatever so-called African Americans, Israelites, whatever title you want to call it. Was your grandparents in the plantation picking cotton? Come on, let's get this reparations. That's what we on. So, brother, I want to say this for the room. Our doors is open to you, brother, and to whoever you feel like you would want to bring. I feel like you can make it to DC Sunday and we can make this thing. Ain't got to be no fucking politicians. Like, people are crazy to think I give a fuck about Democrats. That's the wildest thing to tell me. But you can't tell nobody when somebody asks you to come to Twitter. Another thing, you're like, oh, he just jumped on the Twitter. Juicy, right? Juicy.
Yeah.
Juicy begged me to come on a Twitter space, brother, to talk to y'all, to work with y'all, because I'm more going on Instagram. So it's just mind-boggling that I ain't gonna, you're not like a hero to me, but let's say a quote-unquote a big brother I never met, and all of a sudden it feels like shade, brother. You didn't call Hulk. Me, you, and Hulk could have got on the three-way. That's what really upset me, and it could have stopped that from the jump, though.
Well, the thing is, I've already, that's cool, but I didn't have to do that because this is something that I'd already planned. We've been planning this, talking about it openly, getting the momentum going for months. So now I don't have to. It's just not necessary. Then another thing pops up. So and I don't know anything that's going on. I don't know who's behind what. I don't know who's going to be there. And then when names like Sheila Jackson Lee and Cory Booker are even thrown out there, that makes everybody's flags go up. So again, more power to you. Right.
Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
and my
sir.
thing, I'm not knocking you, brother. Hey, if you're going to have your thing on the 16th, mate, knock yourself out. But we're just going to continue with our event. We just had to push it back. We're going to continue with what we were doing. We've been
Why you
planning
can't do
this.
both, brother? Why you
Right.
can't do both? Why you can't pull up at ours?
Because I don't know anything about who's who or who's what. I don't
Me,
know
you,
it.
and Hulk get on the phone. Me, you, and Hulk and Naheem will get on the phone call tonight. Let's handle it like men. No Twitter space where a bunch of people, we don't know who we dealing with, listen to our conversation. Let's be captains. Let's
Even
be
getting on
bosses.
the
Let's get
phone,
on the
that's not
phone. We can't talk?
okay.
We can't talk on the phone?
Okay. We can possibly talk later, but that's not going to change the fact. That's not going to make me know who's who and what's what. You understand? I
I
just
don't
don't know.
understand, brother, because it's me trying to work it out, and you're literally like rejecting my hand.
I'm not rejecting your hand, brother. I don't know what's going on with this march that just pops up out of nowhere, and I'm supposed to just go and show up. I'm very reserved about certain events. The
I
reason
can
why we're
understand that.
having our event, right? The
I
reason
can
why we're
understand that.
having our event, so that we know who's who, we know the security companies, and we're big on everything from top to bottom. I got people right now dealing with black security companies that we've worked with before. I mean, from top to bottom, we need to know who's who, every nook and cranny. We need to know who's who, who's involved, who's going to be putting the stage up. We need to know them. We can't have any type of flaws or mistakes or be in the dark about anything as far as this event, because it's a very pivotal event. So just for our own safety and just the safety of the people, some of us people, we've been in the game for a minute. Again, I don't know your track record too much, guy, but a lot of us been doing this thing, so people can kind of trust where we're coming from, because I've been pretty consistent, not saying that you haven't, but people kind of know my get down, and they know that I'm going to make sure that everything is going to be copacetic when it goes down. So I can't really co-sign anything that I don't really know, just for my safety and the safety of the audience and the people who are going to come. So I have to keep all of that in mind. But Hawk is my guy. Let's be clear. I love Hawk Newsom. Hawk Newsom is my brother. Juicy, that's my girl. So you do have some thorough people around you. So we can sit down and chop it up. We can do that. We can do that. That's not a problem. But again, our event is still going to happen on November 5th. So we're going
I
to make
don't
that
want
happen.
y'all event not to happen. We
Right.
could push reparations every weekend. I'm down with that. Like it is no competition with the National Reparations League. I don't know who said it was.
Right.
We want to work with people, and we ain't no damn Democrats. We don't play no games throwing shade and salt, because we working hard just like I'm sure y'all working hard. It would be a
Yes.
shame for you to have an event and then you come on YouTube or something and you see another black leader, like maybe, I don't know, randomly, like a 19 Keys or Dr. Claude Anderson throwing shade on it. Then you're like, damn, like, call me first. You would feel some type of way. So I just, as a brother who has,
And I was giving a general, and I was giving a general consensus of what the public is saying. A lot of people are listening to these spaces. It's not me. I'm just kind of giving you a pulse of how a lot of people are feeling when they hear these spaces and they hear how everything is being explained. You got to kind of read the room. A lot of people are like, oh no. It's not just me. A lot of people are very skeptical about this October 16th situation. And you got to really talk to the people. I mean, you really talk to the people, because
that's
people don't know.
only in Twitter though, family. I'm on Instagram. My people showing up. Like it's the only speculation is right here in Twitter. It wasn't no problem until I got a video at 3:00 in the morning, and it was you saying that we got the permit overnight. That was false, brother. It took us a long time that we posted the emails. Everybody know about the emails. We had to show that. You said it was backed by Democrats. Brother, that was false. We ain't backed by no damn Democrats. And then you said that basically like we trying to sabotage y'all movement. Brother, I didn't know y'all was having it. And nor did I choose the date, as we already talked about. So, family, I just want to move forward. There ain't no problems with me and you. Ain't no
Right.
problem with the FBA, the National Reparation League. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with you, brother, at all. I don't
All
have a
right.
problem with you. And we can chop it up a little later. We'll chop it up. You and I,
Yeah, call, man.
one-on-one. We'll try.
Reach out to me, bro. I'm in your Instagram. I don't know what to say. Like, how do I get in contact with Tariq? You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta try to reach out to you, brother. So
We'll chop it up. We'll chop it
let's
up.
work it out. Let's
All right,
work it
man.
out.
Thank you so much, brother. All right. Like I don't have a like I said, I don't have a problem with the brother. Do not have a problem with them, but there is skepticism. Some people don't know what this is about, and they don't know they don't know anything about my brother's reparation league. You know, when you have a lot of stuff that just seemingly pops up and people don't know about it, they're naturally going to have questions about it. All right, let's get some other people in here. All right, let's see. A lot of folks in here. Let's get Smooth in here. Let's get Smooth in here. What's up, Smooth? All right, we got Smooth in here. What's up, Smooth? Hop
What's
on.
up, Flex? Yeah, I wanted to say to the Rashad brother, man, like doing spaces with haters and trolls that hate on Tariq ain't
Yeah,
cool either, man. So I understand the reach out, but man, you doing these spaces with these people with just having 8 hour spaces, just steady hating on another man. That's weird to me, bro. How is people making spaces for 8 hours just hating? Like where y'all girlfriends at? And a woman in it, where y'all man at? That's weird, man. I'm tired of y'all fucking haters. I'm tired of y'all fucking coons, man. Y'all niggas are weird, man. Like, what kind of life y'all got, man? And then, hey, if you trying to have something, you doing exactly what motherfuckers gonna do to you when you get it. Y'all niggas is weird, but what's up, Flex?
real talk. And yeah, you brought up a good point, Brother Rashad. That's another thing, brother. Another reason why people kind of have skepticism. When you were on the live the other day, you immediately hopped in the room with some real funny style people, brother. You hopped in a room and you were in there for a minute, from what I understand, with some real funny style people who sit around and hate on our progress. All these dudes do is sit online trolling us, trying to undermine the things that we do. So if you go in those rooms with those people, that kind of makes people kind of weary. Like, what are you doing in the rooms with those guys for so long, chopping it up with them? Because if we go in there, we're cutting them down, we're clowning them, and we get in and we get out. But if you're in rooms with these people, knowing that they have vitriol for foundational Black Americans and they are actively trying to undermine any protest or march that we're trying to do. Many of those guys are Democratic shills. That Stephen guy, who's a Democratic shill, who's a tether, who goes out of his way to undermine us. If you're in rooms with these cats, buddying up with them, that, again, it further makes people skeptical, and that makes people say, hey, damn, what's going on with this brother? You understand? Let's get Miss Ange in here. Miss Angela. Let's get Miss Angela in here. Miss Angela, hop on, beloved.
Hey Tariq, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Okay, I just want to say this real quick and do this for the record. I'm sorry, Rashad. Maybe you don't know what's going on, but what this is an actual sabotage of a movement. You cannot tell me that we've been doing this for months. We've been planning this for months. I even have my hotel in booking, just waiting for Tariq to give us the date. And all of a sudden, you said you couldn't get the date, but they gave you a date. That should let you know right there that it's sabotage. And to me, this is just my opinion. If you so wanted to work with Tariq when we're telling you what was going on, as a man, you should have said, you know what, that was shady. They did that to you, Brother Tariq. Let me pull out. Let's go back to the table. Let's sit down. Let's figure out who we're going to get here to speak for us and that we're all on the same page. It's about this movement that we're going for reparations. I'm sorry. I watched Rashad speak on YouTube and it sounded very performative and he sounded like TD Jakes and he had no valid points to bring up towards reparation. And this is why you're getting a pushback because we've been fighting so long to tell people what we're out here fighting for. And we cannot have people like Sheila. You even mentioning her name gives us pause because we know they're not for reparations for our people. This is why we trying to figure out if we should stand in front of it when y'all go up there or having our own event. Because this was a side swipe and it was a hijack, and I don't give a damn what nobody said. And like I said, it stinks to high hell, and I don't want my shoe in no shit. I'm sorry. Look. I can't help it. This shit don't look
Yeah.
right. It don't look right. And as a man, now you want somebody, you want Tariq, the same person who got sideswiped from his date, to come and speak and validate your date. How does that look? How could you even ask that? That is crazy and asinine to me. Y'all should have came at a different way. You shouldn't have went in the spaces with security tribe bitches because they are some haters. They are on some Tariq hate. So Now we can't trust you. I'm sorry. It is what it is. You should have came at this a different way. And I land.
Thank you so much. Kid Gravity, where you at, brother? Let's get Kid Gravity in here.
How you doing, brother?
What's good, fam? How are you?
I'm good. My thing with this is, I mean, I heard like the tail end of what he was saying, and all right, I mean, if you guys chop it up in the back channel, that's good. That's fine. That's a good example to show. My only thing is seeing their website come up from last year, and then they just making this Twitter page this month. It smells like that Arizona reparations pack, and that was my only thing about it.
Mhm.
So that's the only thing that really made me kind of look at it a little funny style, because we've been talking about this for months, like Miss Ann said, and then all of a sudden now you show up with this and talking about reparations, and then just conveniently the same date that you guys were trying to work out, you got that date. There's a lot of red flags there, and I kind of wish they would have explained those red flags better. But like I said, to me, if Hawk Newsom's in it, it smells like BLM, and I'm like, I'm good on that. But I'll land there.
My man, thank you so much, Kid. Let's get PD Chicago. PD Chicago in. PD Chicago, what's up? And then we're going to get Red Joker if we don't get PD Chicago. Let's get Red Joker. Red Joker, you in here?
Flex.
Hear me? What's up, fam?
Yes, sir.
We got Let's get PD
Yes,
first. PD,
yes, sir.
you
Yes,
here?
sir. I just wanted to say two things. One thing, we really don't know you, Rashad. You sound sincere, but the thing is, Flex and JB and a lot of people have paperwork. We have very little paperwork on you, so it's really hard to say we'll get behind you. But we know people love to sabotage when black people have something good working, and we in it for species right now because it's either reparations or we getting pushed out of this. And I'm gonna land my plane right there.
Thank you so much, brother. Let's get Red Joker. Red Joker, you ready, bro?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Hello. How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Pretty good. I don't really talk much, so if I kind of trip over my tongue or sound nervous, forgive me.
It's all good. You with family. You're here with family.
Thank you. One thing that I just wanted to mention, and then I'll end it. One thing that we could also pay attention to is the aftermath of both events. It's like who the way that they've been covering media, for everything that that we're pushing seems to be pushed to the end, to the back pages of every newspaper, is not covered by mainstream media. So the way that I'm seeing the aftermath from it, if one of these events, the one that Rashad is doing, is essentially blown up all over the place, well, people have done this, and whoever he has on there, is being pushed. But when yours comes, it's all of a sudden, like played down. Maybe they're going to change the narrative. That right there alone just seems like something that we could be aware of for future engagements. That's all I got.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Interesting perspective. Let's get Sage LaFlame.
Hey Tariq, how are you?
How are you? I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So I have followed Brother Rashad on Instagram for a while. I've seen like many of his posts and things like that. The only thing that I do have an issue with is if you go to his Twitter page, it says something about reparations for those who were enslaved and experienced Jim Crow. I don't think that reparations should be about people that were Jim Crowed, because I feel like that will lump more people into the reparations claim, and I don't think that that's fair. So excuse
Right.
me if I sound a little nervous. I don't usually speak, but yeah, but
It's good.
that's just my only issue. No, and I'm not trying to disparage Brother Rashad at all. Not trying to disparage you. That's just one thing that I find a little that I have an issue with, basically.
Got it. Thank you so much, dear. All right. People got questions. Let's get Emperor. Emperor, hop on.
Yo, what up, Tariq, man? I'm representing the 313. You the man. I like what you doing, man. But yeah, man, I listened to him and the key words I heard him say, he said a person begged him to come here. So I think he said Juicy begged him to come here. And then he mentioned black leaders. Like we know we didn't got no leaders. Tariq is not our FBA leader.
Right.
19 Keys is not our leader. He said that.
Hmm.
And then the same person is also like the biggest Tesla stand, and she don't even know. Like she said that she don't know who her parents are. So how does she even know she FBA, man? So it's real fishy, man.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, man. Real talk. Jeremy, hop on, Jeremy. Let's get Jeremy on here.
What's good, Flex?
How you doing, Jeremy?
I'm doing good, bro. Yeah, brother Rashad. Hey, we're gonna have to look into your background, dog. No disrespect, but we don't want to be no Democratic fish fry. We just got to keep eyes on you. But another thing, Flex, I know you don't really want to do it. I know you kind of low key trying to stall him out, but Charlamagne, you're gonna have to go and put him on the train, dog.
What did
That
Charlamagne?
damn
What did he
That
do?
fat Joe shit, that was the last straw for me. I know you kind of trying to stall him out, but they should have checked him, man. I don't really expect it from Envy, but Charlamagne, he should have checked Fat Joe on that.
Yeah, but all of them check Fat Joe on that. Let him say all that reckless stuff about Latinos creating hip hop and all that. But anyway, thank you so much for the call. Let's get on. Let me get Brother Naeem in here because Naeem, from what I understand, is going to be a part of the October 16th event. Brother Naeem, hop on, sir.
Peace, peace. What's going on?
I'm good. How are you, fam?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm listening to this, and I'm not going to stay on here long. I'm listening to this thing, right? And I'm hearing a lot of people that have concerns. Now, I vouch for the brother. And whether you like me or not, in this space, the people in this space know that I fight for this thing day and night. That whether you like me or not, you're going to say, Brother Naheem is a reparationist. He's 10 toes down for this thing right here. So if Brother Naheem is saying that, then somebody should have said, yo, let me holler at Brother Naheem and see if this cat is thorough. I hear a lot of assumptions and a whole bunch of other stuff. Oh, slavery and Jim Crow. Like, slavery is one aspect, Jim Crow, redlining, and all of these other things are other aspects. I got that right on my reparations article on the usadof.org website. So, a lot of this confusion that I'm hearing is done by a bunch of people that if I start quizzing on the topic of reparations, won't be able to answer 7 out of 10 questions. So, it's kind of bogus to me. So I just wanted to get up here and say that because it makes no sense. It's cats, but I just listened to some guy named Randy Short. Somebody sent me a video talking about what the brother is doing as a BLM LGBTQ event. Like I'm gonna go speak at an LGBTQ BLM event. Who is this guy? Why is he saying this? Nobody, I don't know him in this reparation space at all. I don't care what books he wrote. Those of us that's doing the work in this space, we doing the work. And if we're gonna build, let's build. If we're gonna do this, what I call a nigga shit, then I guess we're gonna have to do the nigga shit. I don't want to do the nigga shit. I want to build. We getting close. We getting closer and closer to victory, in my opinion. What are we fighting for? What are we fighting for? This don't make no sense, man. And I know Brother Rashad. I rocks with the brother. We've been in touch over the past year. He came up to Atlanta. We sat down with Sister Tamara Johnson Shirley to challenge the head of the NAACP Atlanta chapter. The reparationists is putting up videos all over Twitter right now of interviews that they've done with the brother. Like all of this other extra stuff is giving ADOS energy to me. I'm just gonna keep it official. So I just came up here to say that.
There you go, man. I appreciate you, Brother Naeem, man. Thank you so much, family. All right, this Brother Naeem. Naeem said he's worked with the guy. And again, I'm not knocking Brother Rashad. Brother Rashad might be a great guy. Again, I'm not knocking him, but people do have questions because a lot of people are just not familiar with him. I'm not too familiar with the brother, and other people are not familiar with him. Let's get Shrewd. Shrewd, hop in. Then I'm gonna get elevation. Shrewd.
Hello, can you hear me?
Barely.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, yeah, but you got to get your phone together, brother. This brother is on a damn speaking spell. Trauma. Let me get a trauma. Mary Jane, I am trauma. Let's get trauma in here.
Hi, Tariq.
Hey,
Hi,
dear, how are you?
family. I'm doing okay, Tariq. All I want to say is that I believe we're gonna have to show up for both of the rallies, and let me tell you the reason why. Because if we don't show up for one, and we show up for the other, we're not gonna have no kind of news coverage. I think we need to fight for both, and also too maybe Rashad need to be introduced to Doctor to Anderson, so he can have a foundation laid on why we need reparations. I think that's why I think that's what he need. He need a solid foundation on reparation. And then everyone can say, okay, we can rock with him. And I know everyone going against Sheila Lee Jackson, and I'm not for her also. And he need to be explained the reason why we are against her is because she is not one of us, and she's all for this not getting a check kind of thing and all that kind of stuff. But I believe, family, we need to show up for both of them. And I know I'm coming for November, but we need to show up for both of them because we got to be there. If not, no one going to take us serious because we got to fight for this. It either do or die right now. It's do or die. Thank you, Tariq, for the time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, dear. All right, let's get Brother Elevation Allah in here. Elevation Allah. Hop on, brother.
Yes, sir. Sir, I really didn't want to give him a microphone, but Naheem got up here, so let's cook. Number one, when you look at his timeline, he's been saying greasy remarks about FBA and you specifically for a long time. Or you can check the notifications. I already tagged you. Number two, he feels some kind of way as a Moor because Taharka Baby getting cooked. So the Moors, excuse me, the Moors are a dying organization. They've been at the forefront in their minds of the national or nationalistic conversation for a long time. And being that FBA has come around, it's taking more shine from them. So the Moor decided to collaborate with the Hebrew Israelites, or should I say conspire with the Hebrew Israelites to try to take down this whole movement. And why do I bring up the Hebrews? In the past 10 months, we got Mel, Deion Jenkins, and Donald Rashad Singleton, who are all Hebrew Israelites who want to jump in the forefront of the reparations movement. I don't believe in coincidences. I've been to the casino. Odds are too low that they just happen to jump out front in front of everybody. For what reason? What's their purpose? My last thing I want to say is that I'm still looking for information regarding the FBI raid on the Hebrew Israelites in Harlem, New York a few years ago. Was that case sealed? Who was affected by that? Are they connected any kind of way? Was that uncle involved? Are they doing something to get a time cut? What's going on, sir? With that, I yield the mic. Peace.
All right, thank you so much, Elevation Allah. It's interesting, very interesting. Let's get Great Black Shark in here.
What's going on, brother? What's good?
I'm good. How you doing, fam?
I can't complain, black man. I'll be very brief, but it is very interesting that we're starting to see a lot of the interactions that we're having now, being that, we rescheduled the rally for November the 5th. And you're a very observational brother, man. You are aware of what's going on. So all I'm going to say about all of these different questions that a lot of people are having, it's going to make itself evident who is up to what and who's trying to do what, because I'm eager to see the aftermath of like the reparations march that the brother is going to have. I mean, everything is going to come out in the wash. And as far as like those tethers and that other space that you were in, Brian, here's the question that I have for a lot of them, primarily to the tether class of men. If you're going to hold a space talking about Tariq Nasheed being on trial, my question to them, and I'm directing this question to their women, why don't you hold a space holding your leaders in your countries who are puppets on trial? Why don't you get that space popping? Every time you turn around, it's something about what foundational Black American people are doing instead of trying to learn from us so you can get the blueprint set in motion to get your reparations from your different oppressor classes. That's what they should be doing. So, brother, I'm just going to say that. And anything that you need regarding any type of help, we got your back. We're going to get this work accomplished, brother. That's it. I'll land my plane.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Yeah, those tether spaces, they'll start off angry at me, and then it devolves into all of us being all types of monkeys and gorillas. Yeah, you let the tethers in some of those spaces, you let them talk long enough, the truth comes out. You let them talk and let them get angry enough, but then all of a sudden we're all types of N-words and jareers and that other space that they heard earlier today. We were all types of monkeys and lazy gorilla. I mean, they sound like white supremacists when you get them riled up and they start telling the truth. Let's get Mr. Mack in here.
Boss Man Flex, long time listener. I'ma land my plane real quick. That Naheem guy, he said something slick about Professor Black Truth, and I've been side-eyeing him ever since. I land my plane.
Thank you so much, brother. Interesting. 215, hop on. 215, hop on. All right, let's try Rams.
Yo, brother, can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, 215. What's up, brother?
Yeah, my fault, brother. Yeah, I just wanted to say peace to the family real quick. And we don't even know this dude, Brother Rashad, man. We ain't never heard of him. I've never heard of no national reparation leagues before in my life, and I've been following reparation. I've been rooting for reparations and following you and Dr. Claude Anderson for years, and I've never in my life heard of a national reparations league. So of course we're gonna have questions if this co-op quote unquote co-opted group is gonna pop up out the blue, you know what I mean, and try to lead the FBA to reparations. But we don't even know these guys. We don't never heard of Brother Rashad before in my life. Don't know his track record, and I damn sure never heard of no National Reparations League. So we can't. I would say I'm not rushing to judgment, but I'm definitely saying that we definitely have to take a deep, close look into what it has going on, so he won't undermine the real movement. And that's all I got to say, brother. Peace to the family, and I appreciate everything you're doing.
Thank you so much, brother. Let's get Rams. Rams, you ready?
Yeah, what's up, Reek? I'm out in 2152. But I just
Shout out
wanted to
Philly.
say, yep. Yeah. But I just wanted to say basically FBA is a lineage and not a group. So I mean I ain't wishing bad on that reparations movement or that reparations rally they got. I wish it the best. So because it's for the benefit of all of us. And I'll land my plane there.
There you go, man. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's get Florida. That's your name, brother?
Yeah.
Florida.
Yeah, Florida.
What's up, brother?
Hey, appreciate it. Having me up here and speak real quick. I just want to say this. What it seems like the Democratic Party is doing, and even some of the Republicans, they're closely watching the reparations movement like it's a penny stock, and they're waiting to see how it moves and how they can invest in the ground level early enough to where we may not notice the agents. Like you said, agents all around us. Is even agents, I feel like, in our movement that we haven't pointed out yet, but we're still trying to, have a vetting system with. Right now, we're having these questions and he's having this discourse with you. It's just like we're in the hood or we in the school, we in the neighborhood. When somebody new moves into the neighborhood, we need to know who they are, where they come from, and what their intentions are in our neighborhood. Just like I watched your interview with the OG Crip the other day. When things start getting messed up is when other people move into the neighborhood, people from 30 miles down the block want to come through and hang out around us. They ain't really from the hood. They don't know how we get down. We got to check the paperwork. We got to go through a vetting system. And the more you get defensive, the more you get up in arms and get emotional. We're just having a vetting system process with our movement. The more red flags come up. And the point of this, we know COINTELPRO, we studied infiltration. We studied, the Trojan horse tactics. So, if you didn't come up in these spaces where we can vouch for you, where certain people of the movement can vouch for you coming from the outside in, we have to vet you, because there's no reason why you should come from the outside in. Because if you've been with the reparations movement, we should already know who you are, or certain people should already be able to vouch for the work that you've been putting in order to even have a rally in the first place. And I land my plane.
Indeed. Real talk, man. Thank you so much for that. Let's get Akari, brother Akari. Hop in, man.
How you doing, brother Flesh? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, indeed. What's on your mind, brother?
All right, man. All right, well, let me start by thanking you for helping coin the term FBA into our lexicon, man. That's so important to us to even be able to articulate that to people. I'm a Black expat, so I live outside the U.S., and when we run into people who are kind of African or from different places, it's a good way to kind of explain to people who are in the room exactly who we are and what they're dealing with. I just want to let people know, man, this reparation stuff is this is ground zero. This is like the most, important thing we have going on. So really don't drop the ball on this. We've been helping out with the History Museum, so congratulations with that.
Thank you
And I'm
so
just so
much,
excited to be a part of all of this, man. Just keep on doing what you do, brother. Just keep on going. That's all I
man.
gotta say.
Much respect to you, brother. Yeah, man. My brother Card made a good point, man. This reparations conversation, man. We're stumping real hard with this thing. We've been stumping hard for years with this on the grassroots, and it's very important. And every nook and cranny has to be investigated. We can't really leave anything up to chance at this point, especially right around an election season. The midterms are next month, so we can't leave anything up to chance. We need to know who's who. We need to know what's what. We need to see if anybody's stepping up as representatives for the narrative. We just need to know who they are. That's natural. People need to know who's who. Let's get 100K in here.
King Flex, what's good with you?
What's good, man? How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. I'm gonna say something quick and then I'm gonna land. For all those people who just so in a hurry to say, "Oh, let's give him a chance. Let's attend the rallies with him." Yo, we don't know what crowd he's gonna bring. For all we know, violence gonna ensue. Next thing we know, you getting grouped into it and your event getting canceled. So I'm just trying to say, no offense to Brother Rashad, but let's let you and Sister Teslin do what y'all got to do, and he can come on the tail end. This too vital for us to see. And I'm gonna land right there, bro.
Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, my man made a good point. Look, have y'all noticed? I don't really do lectures with other promotion companies like that no more. If y'all noticed, I haven't done lectures. If I do an event, that's something that my company puts together, that we know who's who, just for security reasons, because I had a run-in South Carolina. Folks remember back in the day, a very infamous run-in around 2016, where some dudes brought me out to South Carolina and them niggas had agents all around that shit and they were going to try to ambush my ass. Luckily, I caught it before the shit went down, but it was a whole big blow up out there. We were gonna have to start putting hands and feet on dudes because you had plants all in the audience, and it was a cluster flop out there. And from that point on, I'm like, nah, I'm not letting promoters who I really don't know bring me to events, and I don't know who's doing security. I don't know who's who. Them niggas had that shit loaded with agents and saboteurs who are on some slick stuff. So when we do events now, we make sure we have top-notch security. We have people scanning the place from top to bottom. I bring some of those FOI brothers. I bring some of these LA street dudes with me. You dig? We make sure the security is great. We make sure the venue, we know who the people are in charge of the venue. We make sure the insurance and everything is all in place. Um, we make sure everything is good from top to bottom. Whatever audio equipment organization, we make sure we know who they are. We make sure they're licensed and bonded. We need to know everybody who's in part of everything because we don't want nothing crazy happening at the events. I'm big on not only my own security, but I want to make sure the audience is going to be good too. When we had the FBA conference down in Atlanta, we had top-notch security. We hired off-duty cops. We had FOIs all over the place. We had some of my guys coming out here from the West Coast, making sure stuff was good. Security was top-notch. I mean, they were scanning the place. Metal detected, the handheld things, making sure the backstage was clear. I mean, sweeping the place from top to bottom, sweeping the block, making sure the block was good. People had eyes on the streets, what was going on, making sure the traffic was flowing correctly, just in case somebody wanted to drive by. We from top to bottom, dude. We like to know what's going on from top to bottom, especially when we start talking about reparation spaces, something as sensitive as this. I want to make sure that everything is good and we know who's doing what. That's very important. Not to minimize anybody else, but if we just don't know who you are or what you've done or who you're working with, it's kind of too late in the game to get to know folks. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of too late in the game to get to know somebody at the last minute. Let's get Nas in here. Nas Esco, hop on, brother.
Hey, what's going on, Tariq?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. I just I wanted to say a few things. We always knew that there were going to be more nonprofits popping up out of nowhere to get in front of this reparations thing because they know the money's coming. And if Narc, In Cobra, Sheila Jackson Lee, and all these people have their way, they're going to get big bags to these nonprofits, right? Because they're going to try to be the in-betweens. When the cash comes, it's like, oh, I can do this for the community. They're going to drop them with 20 million, 100 million. And that's what these people are fighting for. Now, this guy, the problem I had with him is anyone who wants to rush us to legitimize you, like that's weird. And it's just off. And I was looking into him the day then y'all first had that room with him with Lioness and them. I was looking into him that day, and I'm like, okay, National Reparations League, like where is this nonprofit paperwork? I just want to see the paperwork. I want to see who's on this board or whatever. I couldn't find the paperwork because I didn't get a chance to look that deep into it, but I want to see the paperwork. I want to know what has he actually done. I seen a couple of videos of him, saying reparations and all this stuff, whatever, man. We need to see what you've done. I don't trust him because there's just too much around and there was a lot of disrespect in that room. Everybody that we know who asked him a question, him and his friend a question, I felt there was a lot of disrespect. And it's just weird. So the thing is, if somebody wants to do some work, that's cool. Go prove yourself. And after you proved yourself and done enough stuff and we think it's okay, then all right, you're legitimized. But we can't just rush. And anyone telling us to rush, I start looking at you like you suspect. You're not going to force me to legitimize somebody. And that's why when he asked you to speak over there, that would have been a quick way to get some legitimacy. Oh, just bring Tariq.
Right.
Oh, now Tariq supports him. Damn that. Anyway, man, you made a good decision not jumping into that fire. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, brother. Yeah, man. Real heavy stuff. Fantastic. What's your name? Fanatic. Fanatic, hop on, brother.
Hey, how's it going? So there's a few things. There's a little bit of misinformation when someone starts saying things like Jim Crow are not like appropriate discussions to have when you're talking about reparations. It just shows a complete lack of information, because obviously slavery and things like that are absolutely important, but Jim Crow is something that also Black people have experienced, like in large numbers. When you start looking at redlining and things like that, those are things that we've encountered. So when you look at the the California Task Force on Reparations, the thing that they're discussing right now, when you look at like how they're determining it, they're basing it off of segregation, off of housing discrimination, all of these things beyond just slavery. If you limit reparations to just slavery, you're alienating an entire portion that we're absolutely owed. If you look at all the reparations that they've given out, they've recently given out reparations to Mexican Americans. Why would they give them reparations to them? It had nothing to do with slavery. Reparations is going to be very widespread and encompassing. If you look at Ice Cube's contract with Black America, that had a lot to do with a whole bunch of the other things that had to do with reparations. Lastly, I get the idea of being like, skeptical of this person. I don't know him. I don't know him from Adam. The idea comes that there's plenty of time to interview these people, get them on record, find out who they're who they're about. I understand about not rushing to legitimize a person. Obviously, that makes sense. But the skepticism is fine. But I think people are writing them off, and I think that's a little bit ridiculous. That's it.
All right. Very good. Yeah, and as far as the when we talk about Jim Crow on the California reparations documents, they basically specify, well, all of this, whatever, is going to go to descendants of slaves in America. So they specified that. So when we speak of Jim Crow, we're speaking about the effects that it had on descendants of slaves in America. So, they've encompassed what it's going to be and who it's going to be for. Let's get Kayana. Kayana, turn your microphone on, ma'am. Kayana, you want to turn your microphone on? Or did you hit it by mistake? Oh, she hit it by mistake because Kayana is over there with Secure the Tribe. So she must have hit the button by mistake. She's with the Secure the Tribe crowd. And see, that's another thing. How when we co-sign people like that and then they turn around and break bad, see, that's why we've already had an encounter of co-signing and semi-legitimizing riffraffs, okay? And we're cleaning that up now. We've already just sat here and we've low-key co-signed and somewhat legitimized a group of damn riffraffs, and they done went out here and showed their asses, and we just had to clean all of that up like last week. That's pretty much washed up and cleaned up. So, again, people are skeptical about jumping back in with the trying to legitimize other people that we really don't know. We just had to clean up some bullshit. Let's get who was this? Davy? Let's get Davy Jetson in here. Davy Jetson. Davy Jetson, hop in.
Yo, what's going on? How you doing, Tariq?
I'm good, man. What's on your mind,
Yo,
brother?
what's good, yo? So shit, originally I'm from Savannah, Georgia, you know what I'm saying? Born and raised from the soil officially. I live out here in Central Florida, you feel me? So this is something that has been heavy on my mind and my heart for the longest amount of time. It has something to do with the belief of how we look at money, power, and respect and which one comes first. And it also has something to do with notoriety, which also people consider as clout chasing. Like, I seriously
Yeah.
believe when it comes down to this battle that we're fighting, point your gun in the direction or put your weapon in the direction of the fucking enemy. A sniper can't tell the tanks what to do. Tanks can't tell the motherfucking door kickers what to do. So, like, literally, man, like, there are going to be people that have destructive criticism when it comes down to people's movements. The only thing they need to do is vet and drop receipts instead of sitting there doing any sort of nation of people I don't want to say co-oping or any sort of these superficials. Only stick to the objective when it comes down to the deconstructive. Other than that, if you don't fuck with people's movement, you as in the general you, for everybody that is listening in this space, you know what I'm saying? Like, you go click up with the people who you're fucking with and go move with them and don't worry about nobody else. And if there's nobody that you're fucking with and there is something that is in your heart that you're passionate about, how about you go take your fucking feet, go take your motherfucking hands and use your words to put some shit onto that, whether it's communicating with your community or politicians or being media, because a lot of this beef is between influencers and actual activists. That is two totally different things. An influencer cannot tell an activist what to do. So some people need to go ahead and reach into your shirt. You know how you can reach back and see what size shirt you got on? I need some of these niggas to see what size fucking battery is in their motherfucking backpack and go ahead and swap that shit out for something else they want to do. You feel what I'm saying? And man, I will keep going all day.
Yeah, there you go. Let me land your plane for you, brother. Thank you so much. Let's get Sharice in. Sharice, hop on, ma'am.
Hey, Brother Tariq. Good to speak to you. I was just wanting to say that, the foundational Black American flag is in my car. A few months back, my nephews asked me, what does that flag mean? And I was able to educate them that it represents them, that we are the
Mm-hmm.
foundation of this country. And so, what you have been put here to do keeps me praying for you, brother, keeps you on my altar. I thank God for Vicky Diller.
Yeah,
I'm not anybody big in this thing, I'm just a follower, but I do my part. And I just want you to know, brother, there's lots of us who got your back.
ma'am. I appreciate that, beloved. Thank you so much. Let's get Afro Elite in here, brother. Afro Elite, what's up, brother?
How you doing, brother? I'm good.
What's on your mind, sir?
Well, I want to say one of the things that I say to legitimize somebody is noticing the pushback that they get. I listened to the playback of that space with Juicy Genius, and the guy just pops up, and he has pretty much the same reparations rally that you were planning, and he's a much lower profile person. So why did they give it to? And I'm no hater stuff, but they gave it to him without nearly as much pushback. And then I'm looking at his profile online. People have been sending me stuff in the DMs. If it was you, people would be calling you a Republican. You'd be slandered online. He doesn't have nearly as much pushback for trying to do the exact same thing. So that lets me know that there's probably something behind this to kind of give him a boost. Anytime I see somebody just pop up and they just have this platform with no pushback whatsoever, I think that's suspicious.
Mm. Oh, Afro, what happened, bro?
Can
Afro,
you
I
hear
don't
me?
know what happened. It was an error. Okay. Okay. I don't know what happened with Afro. Okay. Okay. Pedrino, hop on, Pedrino.
Peace to the guys and the goddesses in the room.
I'm
What's
good, man.
going on,
What's on your
Tariq?
mind, bro?
I can't call it, man. I just got in the crib chilling with the fam. I was tuned in, and really, I just had a few couple different things to say because I've been hearing a lot of hearsay about the guy Rashad, and really for me, I'm in Philly. I'm about like an hour and a half, 2 hours away
Mm-hmm.
from DC. And one of my biggest things is if somebody doing something on reparations, me being a reparationist, I feel like I have to go to it to see one what it's hitting for, but then two to make sure that the message is correct, right? So when I saw people, going against the grain on the brother Rashad without knowing any information on him, I've been following him on Instagram for 2 years, so I already knew who he was. But when I saw people making, jumping to conclusion without proper judgment and research, I'm just scratching my head like, damn, that's how family treat family. Because at the end of the day, we all of the lineage. So that's what I thought it was about. And I'm just seeing a lot of vitriol towards the brother on social media, and people are using these types of words out of I don't know if they know what the words mean. These words that was people are saying, they have power. So the words that people are saying, diligence on him or do something rather than just make suspected conclusions. I see people talking about reparations is not for slavery and Jim Crow, different things of that nature. I'm reading Dr. William Sandy Darity on NPR right now. I posted the link in the comments. He said it was for the 80 years after slavery when we didn't get the different benefits that we were supposed to get.
Right, but
So
in
a
the
lot
right,
of
but hold
people
on,
are
but in the
just
right but we got to put all that in the right context. When we talk about
absolutely. But Rashad said it
right,
is lineage based.
right. Because the thing is, a lot of people will try to say, they'll try to break it up and say, well, it's for people who were enslaved and for people who experienced Jim Crow, and immigrants experienced Jim Crow too. So we have to be very clear when people talk about Jim Crow, it has to be in the right context of lineage. You
Right.
understand? Right.
No,
And
absolutely.
another thing, brother, like some of the people who are out here stomping, they're saying that you have been trolling them. Like Teslin, have you been trolling Teslin,
No, I
Padrino?
have. So let's get to Tesla. Now, I haven't been trolling Tesla. What I've done is my research and my due diligence, right? And what I found out is that she herself admitted to being a Latina and black, right? And one of
Mm-hmm.
my biggest things is that's what she put on Twitter. So I'm just going off the receipts. But long story short, what I'm going off as me being a reparationist, if we're supposed to be reparationists, who's speaking on the behalf of reparationists? So, like, cool, we know that you're respected in the reparations space. You've been doing this for years. Dr. Anderson, is a host of other people, even Camilla Moore, who sits on the task force. But Tesla, to me, she don't know shit about reparations. So why would she be speaking on reparations? That's how I feel as a
Now,
reparationist.
what
I'm
makes
putting
you
in
think
work in
she
my
doesn't?
city for reparations.
What makes you
Go ahead.
think she doesn't know? And plus, that sister is very thorough in the political arena. So, what
She
makes you
is
think that?
thorough. She's thorough in the political realm, never discredited on that component. But reparations, I don't think she knows about lineage specific. I don't know if she read Dr. Anderson. I don't know if she read Sandy Darity. She's someone who just came out of nowhere last week. She was with Ben Crump.
No,
She was
no,
with
she
the
didn't come out.
Democrats. She
No,
was
no,
with
no,
Bernie
no, no.
Sanders.
Well, yeah, she's been working in the political arena, so she understands how to get at some of these politicians. And she just didn't pop out of nowhere. She's been doing this for a minute, and she's
In the
vouched for
reparations
and tried.
space, though, bro.
Well, she's talking about things from the political standpoint, and we're talking about reparations within the context of politics because we're doing these events right around election time. So, Teslin is here, and I will let her speak for herself. Hold on, let me let my sister up. Teslin is here. Teslin, what's up, beloved?
Yeah, I guess I don't know if him and Tara they want a threesome with me or what. If that's what it
See,
is,
here we go with the
if
nonsense.
that's
Let's
what
get
it
to the facts,
is,
lady.
stop talking over me. I've listened to you. You've said several times the same thing. People have corrected you several times. You've been hosting spaces about me several times. So I don't know if you want a threesome or not, but I have told you, others have told you. When I was on the Revolt Summit, I'm going to say this again. I'm a contributor for Revolt News. That's how they introduced me. Political contributor. I was on the stage talking about politics. They invited me because I just brought 300 people to Atlanta to train to run for office, to run campaigns, and to organize. That's why I was on the stage. I've been working with Revolt for years. They wanted to actually have somebody with some receipts that actually does work to put people in office. Because believe it or not, brother, and I know they keep telling you this repeatedly. I don't know if you're just slow or you can't get it. Believe it or not, in order to pass reparations, mass incarceration, healthcare reform, whatever you want to pass, somebody has to run for office besides Marcel. So I was a part of that panel for that. I said it on the panel that any questions they want to have about the who and the what for reparations, I defer that to the others on the panel. But actually, I've talked about reparations quite a bit on cable news, but you only have about 2 or 3 minutes to talk about it. I deferred about it on the panel. I did not argue with Sister Camille about reparations. We talked about entertainers and why it's important that entertainers have good with just communications, because you may not know what that is because you obviously struggle with it. But I talked about how
No, you struggle
I
with
talked about
communication.
entertainers and the importance of them not being able to get in front of people in the grassroots, because I work with entertainers. That is my expertise. I own a communications firm, and that's what I spoke on. I didn't speak in reparations that night in that told you. You keep asking the same thing over and over, and people continue to keep telling you, man, she didn't speak on reparations. And then you say, well, that ain't it. I just don't like it that she spoke on reparations. And then they say, but she didn't speak on reparations. Well,
Aren't
I'm
you
just
speaking at the
saying.
March on the 5th?
Well, I'm just
You
saying,
you
like
can't speak
Aren't
on
you speaking at the
you
March
keep
on the
reparations. You're
5th?
not fully. You're not
you
a Black
literally
American.
keep saying the same thing. So I don't know if you're just slow or intentionally just causing chaos.
Again,
And then let's deal with the Figaro, because you and Tara keep continually saying the same thing over and over. Figaro, not that I owe you an explanation, because
you said
I
you
don't
was
even
Latino on Twitter.
and
What are you
black
talking about?
and
So how
black
can you
Creole,
speak on
sir,
reparations?
sir. So are you dumb? When have you seen me speak
That's what
in
Tariq
any of these
said. He
spaces
Tariq,
on
you said that.
reparations? See, this is why I'm saying you're
Hold
dumb.
on, bro.
This is why I'm saying you're intentionally
You
dumb.
just mad because
Because
I
I
found out.
literally
That's
just told,
all.
and even if I was black and Latino, what the fuck did this have to do with me being black? I'm not an immigrant. I'm not a tether. My entire
So again,
family is
Tesla,
from
if
America.
you're not a
Hey, hold up,
reparationist,
because
you're
we
not an
both can't
expert
talk.
on the topic,
If
you
you,
haven't read
we both
Dr.
can't
Anderson,
talk.
you haven't read Sandy
We
Durkheim,
both
so
can't
drop the
talk.
ball,
Padrino,
man.
We both can't talk.
Padrino.
You have literally been going on about this for 5 or 6 days. And I keep telling you over and over, when have you seen me say that I was a expert on reparations? You can't.
When you
And again,
interrupted
hold on,
Rashad,
wait, wait,
when
wait,
you
Padrino.
wait,
Okay.
interrupted
wait,
Rashad when
wait,
he
wait.
was
No, no,
talking
no,
about reparations.
Padrino.
Stop.
Big stepper.
Tesla,
Okay.
number
Padrino.
one.
Okay. Okay. She's all because I don't want this to go in circles. Now,
Nah,
Padrino.
we not, bro. I just want to get to the point real quick.
Okay. The
Tesla.
point it sounds like you're kind of trolling. You're just bringing
Nah,
up
I'm not trolling. I'm a
this.
real person who do real shit. I'm
But
trying
that's
to tell. I'm,
trolling,
I'm
though.
keeping
I
it
mean,
a bit.
just
Listen, bro. It
she
is what
comes
it
from a
is at this
whoa,
point.
slow down.
It is what it is at this point.
She comes down. She comes from a foundational Black American lineage, so she can speak on anything pertaining to foundational Black Americans. So, what are you talking about?
But Tariq, you
Again,
said
hold
that
on, bro.
someone
Wait.
who's
You
mixed.
next. Wait,
You said
stop.
that someone
Stop.
who's
Wait.
mixed shouldn't be
I got
Oh,
speaking.
it,
okay.
bro.
Okay. Who is this? Big Stepper? Hold on. Let me get him on. Big Stepper. This Big Stepper. You talking?
Yeah. I said that you said that people who are mixed should not be speaking on certain issues when I asked you that.
I said that people who have dual allegiances should be questioned if they try to represent certain narratives that affect all foundational Black Americans. They have to have a track record of doing things for the community if they are going to act as spokespersons. That's what I said, and we even put that on the FBA website. So let's be very clear. Don't
Yeah.
lie.
So wouldn't that be a contradiction to have someone who is not a reparationist and mixed speak on the platform? Isn't Rashad a better candidate or other people better candidates to pick? Why would you default on someone who is mixed?
Because she's into the political arena and she can speak on it. Now, you're trying to speak on it. Aren't you Puerto Rican?
No, I'm not. My family is from Gates, North Carolina. If you look up my name, and you can actually track that lineage is a fact. I am not mixed. That is just a rumor from trolls.
They said that you're Puerto Rican and you're part
They
of Black
can
Lives
they
Matter.
can say what they want.
And I kind of hear an accent, brother. You don't sound FBA.
And you that's good for you.
Okay, yeah, I hear an
That's good
accent
for
in your
you.
voice, brother.
Lineage
And
is factual.
okay, let's get
It's
to the
not
fact. Now,
like look. Does Tess
are
have
you a
an
part?
accent?
So slow down. Are you part of
Does,
Black Lives Matter?
no, I'm not. But does
So
Tess have an
everybody's
accent?
lying on you, brother.
I am not a part of Black Lives Matter. I used to work with your brother Hawk.
Okay, so you were a part of Black Lives Matter. Okay.
No, not Black Lives Matter. It's a different entity, but I have no affiliation with Black Lives Matter.
I just used to work with a few people and help them out. I used to actually work for something called Breathe, a piece of legislation that represents Breonna Taylor, Rodney King, and Eric Garner to get police accountability that's being passed in legislation in New York.
So again, brother, it sounds like you come from an immigrant background and you're not being honest about that.
All right, are you gonna troll or you want to get to the real conversation?
I'm not trolling, brother, but people are posting up some of your rap videos where
Listen,
you're
yeah,
rapping with an accent,
that
sir.
listen,
I'm not trolling.
I'm
People are
probably a
sending
better
me.
rapper than you. We could go song for song.
You might be, and I got another one of your songs here. We're gonna go there.
Yeah, but I don't have my. You're trolling, brother. Let's talk about your. Are you a murderer, sir? How many murders did you commit?
All right, that's you. That's kind of hot, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
kind of
Get
hot. I
get
like
to the
that. That's kind
trolling.
of
Get
hot.
to the trolling, brother. Let's get to the
That's
real
that's
conversation. Though
that's kind of
Rashad,
hot.
Rashad is in the
Uh,
audience.
all right.
Rashad is in the audience.
Yeah,
Why
we
would
talking,
you?
brother Rashad. Slow down, because you have been trolling in these rooms. You have. You've been
Yeah, yeah.
trolling.
But you've been trolling yourself. You
No,
trolled the whole Secure the Tribe, and when somebody does it back to you, you can't get a little mad.
I'm not mad because your trolling failed. You see, I
It
got
never
Secure
felt like
Tribe out of
I got
here.
my narrative out there. I got my narrative that you
And boy, that accent is really coming out now, boy. It's really coming out. Why are you lying about your lineage, boy? Your accent is really coming out now.
listen. Does Taz have an accent? She's more Puerto Rican than anybody that
No,
I've
she
ever met in
ain't.
my life.
No, she ain't, brother.
All right, why aren't you making fun of Taz? And you know she's Latin. Why the fuck aren't
She
you
ain't no
making fun of
damn
Taz?
Latin.
You're making
Dude, you got Creole people down from Louisiana. That's where her people are from. You got Creole, and they have some Spanish admixture, but they're still part of the foundational Black American lineage. Nigga, you come from a fleeing lineage. That's much different. I can hear it in your accent, and you ain't even being
I
true.
come from New York. Make fun of Taz. Don't make fun
Yeah,
of me. I'm not the
I'm
one that's Latino. I'm
though. Yeah,
actually a freedman, straight from North
no,
Carolina Gate. Shout out to my
no.
family in North Carolina. You need to be cracking jokes
You are
on.
fleed man. You fled, my brother. You a fleed man. You got the hell on from whatever Latino island you came from, brother. Just keep it above. Come on, I don't like niggas who deny their lineage. Don't deny your lineage, brother. Go ahead and be who you are, man. Go ahead and get you some Goya
Listen,
powder
brother,
and
man. I get it. I see, and this is why you can't get mad because you start to trolling and you start
well,
to making jokes.
you're
And listen,
trolling and
listen.
lying. You're
How
trolling.
was the Mackin?
Dude, stop it. Because
How was the
and
Mackin
then
book?
and
Did you
this
sell a lot?
show
Did you sell a lot?
and this shows that you're a tether because y'all comebacks are so weak. Y'all don't know how to roast, and then y'all get mad and y'all start whining about people calling you booty scratchers and roach killers and all that old bullshit. But anyway, man, thank you so much. Let me get you out of here. All right. Yeah, nigga. I can hear this dude's accent. You ain't no damn Friedman. I can hear your accent, dude. We know what an FBA sounds like. It don't sound like you. That dude sound like he sprinkles Goya all over his chicken. Nilo, hop on.
Hey, what's going on, Tariq, man? This dude's tripping. But can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's on your mind?
Okay, I just wanted to say about the reparations rally, man. It just seemed like a setup to me. Cause think about it, you don't even know this dude. He begging and pleading for you to be at a certain place at a certain time. Permit situation clearly suspect. Okay, and they're mentioning congressional involvement. See, to me, that's one of them what they call Freudian slips or whatever. Because to me, it seemed like you're trying to take the reparations direction of where it goes and what it's going to be out of the hands of the grassroots, put it in the hands of traditional politicians. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who are going to amend it on our behalf or do whatever. If ultimately sink it. You know what I'm saying? The only person that's going to get paid is that nigga. To me, it just seemed like a setup. There's nothing but red flags on what he talking about. That's all I want to say.
All right, thank you so much. Let's get Connie Collins in here. The lovely, lovely Connie Collins. What's up,
Oh
dear?
man, you're so nice. Hey Tariq, I only have like a about a minute to speak, but I just want to say this because I'm getting a headache from people deciding what the rules are as far as who qualifies for reparations. We have to be on the same page, people. Please read From Here to Equality by Dr. William Sandy Darity or go to his Reparations Quick Guide. There's 3 issues, they're online. Sandy Darity, Dr. Darity's Reparations Quick Guide. In order to qualify for reparations, at least one of your parents needs to be a freedman, FBA, and they need to trace their lineage at least to the 1870 census. And you have to have claimed that you were a Black American freedman or FBA for the last 10 years. So this whole thing, I don't know who came up with this mixed person, this color of your skin, all this stuff needs to stop. We're getting off track. There is scholarship behind this. So these people just making up stuff, it has to stop. And I've got to go. But Tariq, thank you for letting me grace the stage. Peace, love, and reparations to
Thank you.
everybody. And
Yeah, many of the people who come in with all of that, well, you have it. These are non-FBA trolls, man. So they come in and pretend to be dumb. We've laid this stuff out very succinctly, very clearly. We, as foundational Black Americans, we know what it is. But these people come in here pretending to be us and acting dumb and trying to sow confusion because they're really trolling. We have to understand when people are trolling and acting in bad faith. You dig? And you have to just play them to the left and not let them derail the conversation. And that's what we're doing now. We're just getting some straightening. We're putting everything on the table, and we're not letting people derail the conversation with goofball trolling. Some of the same people that you see in here playing dumb, when we stop doing this space here, they're going to immediately hop in a troll space and troll for 8 or 9 hours with about 15, 20 of their buddies. And that's what they do. They troll in these spaces and get their troll talking points in order and then try to bring that BS over here to basically waste time. Got to understand how time-wasting trolls operate. So it is what it is. Let me get one more call. Let's get a good one in here. We'll get one more, and then we're going to wrap it up for the day. Let's raise your hand. Let's raise your hand. Let's raise your hand if you want to get on. T.S. Giselle, I see you raising your hand. Your avatar picture is just too uncomfortable, and I'm not going to put you on just because your picture makes me uncomfortable. All right, let's see. Let's get one more good one. Come on, raise your hand. Let's see who we got. Okay, let's get who else? There's so many people. I want to get some new faces on here we haven't gotten on before. Okay, I'm looking to see. People are moving around so much. Hold on, let me see. I'm looking down here. Let's get damn, everybody's moving around. Okay, let's get hold on. Let's try. I had Ancient on before. I had him on before. Let's get Air Gennaro. This person, I don't know this person. Air Gennaro. Let's get Air Gennaro on. What's up, Air Gennaro?
Hey, what's good, Tariq?
What's up, man? How you doing,
I'm doing
fam?
well. I'm doing well. Thank you for letting me in your space. It's my first time ever speaking on the space.
My man.
But I wanted to be brought on because I wanted to talk about the rallies, but I also wanted to bring up what you think that people should do, like with California. What's going on with California? Like other places like Maryland that has a high Black American and population, and Atlanta. How can people go and get like legislator passed so like reparations stuff can occur in Maryland and Atlanta?
Okay. Let me get somebody else. Brother, you got to collect your thoughts. You're just saying random stuff. I don't know what you're talking about, to be honest. Let me get one more. Yeah. You just seem like you just wanted to get on. That don't even make no sense. Okay. With all due respect, maybe you just didn't formulate your thoughts better. I'm not going to say it didn't make sense. I'm not going to dismiss you, but you got to kind of formulate what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know where you were going with that one, brother. No disrespect. I don't like to dismiss people. Let's get Queen of the North in here. Get Queen of the North. Queen of the North, hop on, ma'am.
My name is Robin Nova from the North here. And I just want you to know that Minnesota is excited to join your rally, okay? I don't know about all these others, I feel like they could be a distraction. So I just want you to remain focused and just know that the people that have been with you are with you. We are not going to be in these spaces allowing folks to just bad talk you and keep up like it's okay, because it's not. But yes, we are so excited to join you on the 5th, and I just want to say thank you.
Thank you so much, beloved. I appreciate you. Anyway, man, let me get up out of here, man. So look, again, November 5th, that's where it's at, man. November 5th, we're getting it popping. We're going to continue what we've been planning for months. We're going to knock this thing out and make it pop off and make history with this thing. We're going to make this thing historic, ladies and gentlemen. So anyway, man, I appreciate everybody for coming in. We had damn near 2,000 people in here. I appreciate you guys. Go check out my YouTube channel, Tariq Radio. I did an interview with my good brother, man, my OG homie, Bride Dog, talking about some of the politics out here in the streets of LA. That's a good one. And my broadcast last night where I talked about that degrading political campaign, that no bucking, no vote nonsense. So yeah, these people are coming at us with all types of negative propaganda in the political arena, and we have to start pushing back. So go to my Tariq Radio YouTube channel and subscribe now, and I will holler at you guys later. Papiakute, Lila Vuve to the family. Peace.